Hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Count us fucking in.
3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh, what's up, you fucking cocksuckers? Welcome to Necro Electric. I am your host, Sean D. Skellington. Here's Red's back.
Red's back.
Kylie Skellington.
Looks so good.
And fresh out of her stint in rehab in Montana, Jordan Scream Fernandez.
Hello. I like how my name is officially Jordan Scream Fernandez.
It's never changing now.
Good.
Joining us back on the show again, the guitar legend of Waco, Mr. Weston Dodd.
What's up? How we doing, people?
What's
and fellow
Doing.
cocksuckers.
And fellow cocksuckers.
He also owns Dodd. I can never pronounce apothecary.
There you go.
Apothecary.
That's good.
So if you're into them oils,
Be into them oils,
Them
which they
sexy
are
beard
great.
oils.
I use it on my hair and it's great.
Oh, we've got some good waxes now.
oh yeah,
I'm telling you, you gotta
yeah.
message Oscar and ask him to come take some
we've already done
pictures.
oh yeah. He
Oh,
should be.
we
your
hit him up at the bar.
spokesperson.
We hit him up at the
Oh,
bar.
you did?
I was like, bro, I got you, dog. Got you.
Because
Me and Stephanie have been fucking arguing about it because we're in there trying to like get the recipe right, and the girls don't understand. Like, men, we need that tack. You got to have that sticky ass fucking glue. Like, you want it to hold, not.
Yeah.
Well, they want it. It's too hard. Like, look. You know, it needs to be more softer. And I'm like, no, this isn't fucking bush butter. Like, this is like, I'm telling you. So now we have to make a bush butter.
Yeah. Oh well.
She called that too.
I will.
That's what Timmy called. And I was like, and I said that, and she was like, what did you just fucking call it? I was like, $1 million idea is what I just fucking called it.
Yeah.
You're like, I didn't
Corner of the
stutter.
market.
Bush butter.
That's right.
All right, we start every episode off with a fun game. And if this is the first time watching this shit, hit the subscribe button, fucking share it on Facebook, do whatever you gotta do.
Do you
Call
want to
this
play
one.
a game?
Do y'all fucking know?
No.
Yes. I know everything.
I've contacted everyone Jordan's ever slept with and compiled a list. No, just kidding.
I was about to say.
No.
I don't even know all the names, so good job.
That's right.
First up, airport guy. No,
Is it sad I don't remember what his name is?
oh, no, dude.
No, it was an airport encounter.
It was.
Magical one, right?
Magical.
Did you guys know that the FDA allows an average of 1 rodent hair per 100 grams of peanut butter manufactured?
That's disgusting.
And within that same 100 grams of peanut butter, they also allow 30 insect fragments.
I knew about the insects because I was about to put Starbucks on blast because
Why?
that's like they're
COVID
fucking
over
like they're known. It's like part of their recipe. They use those fucking they take those fucking husks. They grind that shit up because there's like protein in it or something or some kind of like bonding agent to make their fucking shit all creamy and thick and whipped. And so
Gross.
you're getting them good beetles.
Well, you know, cherry flavor is not actually cherry flavored. It comes from like this gland inside a beaver, and they take it
it's
and
next
they
to his anus.
and they
Yeah.
that's what they
Nice.
use to make cherry
So
flavored
you're
stuff.
just milking beaver prostates.
That's why I don't eat cherry flavored things. I didn't like it
Yeah.
in the first place, but now that I know that, I'm like,
Never
thank
eating
God.
cherry-flavored things ever again.
How do you land that
Gross.
fucking job? Is it like, all right, Rick, guess what we're doing today?
You're on your first date. She's like, what do you do? I'm a gland extractor.
I go knuckle deep on them beavers.
Oh my God.
All right. Did you guys know that jelly beans are so shiny because they are coated with shellac, which is made from insect poop?
Shellac?
Shellac.
That's made from insect poop?
Insect poop.
No
That's
way. I love jelly beans.
And you love insect poop.
How is
Great.
it legal to take insect poop and coat it?
It's all natural ingredients.
I guess it's the same way it's legal that they have discarded livestock parts to make gelatin.
The hooves.
Hooves.
Well,
I
I guess is it just the hooves? I thought it was like other like discarded.
I think that's like salami.
Wait, no,
Maybe.
the hooves make glue.
The hooves make
Salami's
glue.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I think
Yeah.
it's the whatever it is in the gelatin.
Mm-hmm.
They use like discarded parts of the animal, and that's so everything. I mean, you could say it's all organic, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Guess.
Did you all know that there's over 200 corpses on Mount Everest?
Yeah, because people don't fucking make it.
I
They
figured
don't
it'd be
get
more than
picked
that.
up?
Yeah, they don't pick them up.
They're too
Why?
because they
Yeah,
get
it's too dangerous to get 'em
frozen.
down.
Yeah.
They're like frozen into the mountain.
Yeah.
That's cool.
200 corpses up there.
Could you imagine if like global warming, you know, when it gets to the point, the whole mountain unfreezes and it's just covered in fucking skeletons?
It'd be awesome skeleton mountain.
Kylie be like, we're taking a trip to Mount Everest. First come, first serve.
Shit, it's
This one I thought was cool. They did a test at the Haunted Mansion because they caught a bunch of people on surveillance over the years and they couldn't figure out what they were doing. And then they figured out that there's human remains found at Disney's Haunted Mansion because people keep taking pieces of like the ash from being cremated and they spread it because the people loved the Haunted Mansion.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Even spread ashes
And the
of
Pirates of the
one
Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have a sign in there being like, please do not discard your family's ashes on the ride.
Ride, please.
Tell me what the fuck to do, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, it's mostly in the graveyard garden while you're waiting in line.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I mean, I would want to be inside though. If you were gonna spread me somewhere on that ride, it'd be like inside.
Inside.
While
You
you're
probably
like
get
going
vacuumed
down,
up.
you just
That's great.
I'll remember that. I'll remember.
If I ever get spread at Disneyland,
If you eat fast food pretty regularly, it's said that you will consume about 12 pubic hairs a year.
I just had Bush's chicken.
Oh yeah,
that's
you
what's
did.
up.
What?
Eat that bushy chicken.
There you go.
Why are there pubic hairs in fast
Because
food?
people are
scratch
gross.
their fucking junk and make your food.
Even if, I guess they would still do it even if they wore gloves, especially if they wore gloves. I guess if they're like, oh, it's not my actual hand. I don't know.
Is pubic hair only limited to the pubic region?
Yeah.
Technically, isn't this?
No,
That's considered facial hair.
It's facial
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah, but you still get
It's
it
the
through
same
fucking
cons-
puberty.
It's the same consistency, but it's not like in the area of your body. It's
And you like
not.
take a piss, wipe yourself, you get a fucking hair on your wrist. Goes into Jordan's Bush's chicken. She's down in it.
It was delicious.
It's a skinny ass French fry.
And then the last dope little factoid I found was a male honeybee's ejaculation is so strong that it makes his dick explode and it kills him, leaving the tip in the queen, and then the drone falls and dies.
Yeah, that's okay. So that makes sense because they specifically like the way that the hives work. They only have the bees that are mating with the queen because they die. So you have like all the worker bees and stuff, and then you have the ones specifically picked out to be
studs.
the studs. And then they pop one and they're done.
Yep. Fucking bee gigolo.
So this bee's just going fucking Super Saiyan Kamehameha, fucking power nut.
The fucking spirit bomb.
Yes. That's,
I guess if there's a way to go out, that would be it.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say. It's just
it is what it is.
just good knowledge to
Okay,
have.
but here's a random thought. So if you were a bug, would you rather go out after having the most powerful ejaculation of your life, or would you rather go out with your head being bitten off like a praying mantis? Because at least you get to experience the aftermath, and you're like, oh, this feels great, and then she eats your head off.
Well, it's kind of both. You bang the queen or you bang the fucking.
Yeah, if I die, I'm
true.
gonna
They take you out
die
of
fucking
your way.
royalty. Not just gonna bang some random ass trailer park mantis and then nah, son. Bee all day.
Male bee species always get they kind of get the shit end of the stick. The females are the ones that are like, okay, now that we've made it, it's time for you to die.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, please eat me.
Yep.
So
Fuck it. If I was gonna be a bug, I want to be a fucking rhinoceros beetle.
Why is that your favorite?
I don't know. They're just fucking tough and they're cool. I like them.
I don't know. I think
Look up rhinoceros beetle fighting videos on YouTube.
So does that mean that like the lesbian mantis scene is just like a battle to the fucking death and no sex even happens?
I mean,
There's just who gets who first?
yeah, basically. I mean, it's domination, I suppose,
Well-
more than just sex. Because two females don't have the parts. Unless they're thithering, but they wouldn't be doing that in the bug world, I don't think.
You don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know that.
You know that. How many mantises you know?
It's possible.
Bug broads are fucking gnarly. Because if you think about it, there's tons of them, like black widows.
Yeah,
Fucking-
that's what I would want to be if I were a bug.
Dominate.
Or the dudes are just horny and then they don't give a fuck. They're like, whatever, kill me.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I mean, the bee has no fucking chance or anything in it. Dick just explodes, but he doesn't know. He's probably like, oh, this is the greatest day. Oh my god. And
Just go
fucking
into it
dies.
blind. There's no sex ed in the bee world. You just experience it.
So you got a new video out? Dun dun dun.
Yeah, the
Graveyard song.
Piece of shit. Yeah.
Pizza, no.
We love it.
It was so
No,
good.
no,
It was
man, it was a
so
lot of
good.
fun. Thank you guys for real. Yeah, we picked up Trevor Lamb with Motion Theory Media, and he fucking killed it. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because we kind of set up and wrote the script and all that the night before. Which, if you don't like my band, you could be like, "Yeah, it makes sense. I could tell." but because we were like, "Okay, we have this fucking song," and
Which
the
I
story-
think could be like a Halloween anthem.
yeah, the song tells a story. Basically, it's if you've ever watched fucking Corpse Bride or Coco, and we didn't realize that until after we wrote the song. We're like, fuck, we wrote a song about goddamn Coco. So it's too late though. So it's like, all right, so what the fuck can we do to de-Coco this motherfucker? So
She
Cody
just leaned into it, put on the costume.
right? Remember me. But no, so Cody wanted something a little more kind of on the nose and like kind of like a literal, okay, well this happens in the song, this should happen in the video. And I was like, generic and lame, fuck no, we're not doing that. Well, I also knew that there's been a million fucking zombie videos and there's been, so I'm like, well, what can we do that really kind of hasn't already been done? So your options are limited. Anytime you're dealing with shit like that, you're like, okay, how are we going to do this? So we kind of took the approach of, all right, well, Cody's going to be infected from jump. We don't see him get bit, but Cody's just bit. Well, we're in our practice space trying to get ready to work the song out, and Cody gets real sick, goes in the bathroom, turns, comes back, lures in other zombies, lets them in, and basically becomes evil. And then we get bit, and then we have this big, monster mash little zombie rock off. So on paper, we were like, oh yeah, this isn't a big deal at all. We've totally got this. But then it came time to actually shoot it, and we realized, fuck, it is like noon, and the sun's up. We need zombies at night. We've all got prosthetic makeup on and shit, and the girls have been like, just, Stephanie was fucking dying.
Yeah.
So,
Shut up.
oh yeah. No, that's my obligatory shout out for you. That you get one. She's like, say my name, mention me. I was like,
I'll mention you, Stephanie. I'll say your name many times.
but it was so damn hot, man, and the shooting, we rolled into it, and we realized that, okay, we have to wait until the sun goes down, because anytime you do like a day for night filter in Premiere or anything like that,
It looks shitty.
it just looks shitty. Now, I was talking to Trevor, and he was like, okay, well, maybe we can overlight the room from the outside, and then I can day for night it, because if you've got all that white, you can black it out. So, but even then, it looks like it's not really night. So we had to do all of the solo band stuff before we get bit in the daytime, while the girls did the makeup, and we also had to wait for Richard and Danny to show up too.
Yeah.
Which their parts were fucking awesome.
Shout out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
another shout out.
Professor Pendark.
Yeah, dude.
Hell's
Danny,
Fury.
and Danny Bliss.
Oh yeah, Danny Bliss. They murdered it, man. And every time Danny would do the drill,
Yeah.
Trevor would literally start heaving, like because he's not about that life. So because he didn't understand really what she was there to do, and we didn't tell him.
Yeah.
And so we were like, all right, go for it. And she was, and then. And he was like, "What the fuck?" He was like, "No." He was like,
You should have filmed him.
"This is all we did, dude. I've got
It's a B-roll.
oh, dude, I've got so much fucking B-roll.
Yeah, that's
and
old.
oh yeah, and I started a Patreon for the band, and so I'm gonna make a Patreon exclusive where you can see all the B-roll footage and all the behind the scenes. And
Nice.
Yeah. Because it's hilarious, dude. Because we'd never done a video before, so we were like, do we just start rocking out? Do we turn our amps on? Do we just play the song? Do we need to run our ears? Do we need to, like, how does this work? Yeah. Trevor was like, nah. So we were like, what does that mean? He was like, nah. So he had a Bluetooth speaker playing the song.
Yeah.
And we were up there faking it, which was so fucking weird. It was the weirdest experience ever.
But if you're cranking to 11, like it'll shake the cameras.
Oh yeah,
give you a bunch of other problems.
Yeah.
So we ran it through our subs and our main, so it was hitting hard, but you're not playing the guitar, and there's no like feeling. And so me and Will would be like, we do this thing where like we try to do a guitar throw and then catch it, then play into the solo, but our hands would be in the wrong spot, and so we'd be like, no, wait, we messed up, stop.
And he's like, I don't give a shit.
And he's like, I don't give a fuck about that. He was like, you realize I can just like not look at you with the camera, right? And we were like, we never thought about that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the whole process was great. We definitely work with him again, but it was so fucking hot, man.
Yeah.
It was so damn hot.
Shout out to my guitar player Greg. I've been playing with for years. He's the same way. Like in the video, he'll be like, "Dude, you're like 3 notes off when I'm like doing this sweep." It's like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck.
It's like, because you're like, people will know. Guitar players will know.
It's like a 3-second clip, and we'll spend like 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Happy for him,
Yeah.
I mean, because that's how they do it. Like for regular professional music videos, they just have it playing playback, and you're not actually playing your music, you're just pretending. And it's always like, being somebody who's watching, like not actively being in it, it is very awkward, and you're just like, hee hee, this is funny.
which y'all seen Airheads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The classic. The whole time I was thinking of Airheads, I was like, dude, don't make us be lame. Because they, like, the whole back half of that movie is they tell their label to get fucked because they have to lip sync and fake play.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking Chaz would not approve of what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta make some compromises if you want to do music videos and stuff like that. I mean, unless it's a live concert music video. But other than that, like you just gotta be like, all right, we're awesome. We're an awesome band. It's great.
Which even those live, all those like live in London or whatever, the videos that you've seen, half of that's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what
Half
they
of
do?
that's
They'll film 3 nights in a row, and then they'll take like the best clips from each 3 nights.
Oh yeah. And they'll go in and re-record fuck ups like missed notes or off beats or whatever, and so they'll patch those in and they'll add synthetic crowd noise and
cheers and fucking.
Oh yeah, dude.
No one's
Yeah.
talking.
It's all fake. Nothing matters.
Nothing matters. You live
Nothing
and die
matters.
alone.
It's
You just gotta
it's a
experience it.
simulation.
The only one that really cares is just like elitist fucking metalheads, like us. Sometimes we'll watch and be like, the motherfucker's guitar's not even plugged in.
Right.
Zoom in on that shit.
Right.
I'm gonna make a comment.
So who did all the makeup?
Sophia Hines, which I grew up with Sophia Moss. I went to school with her. And Madison, Cody's old lady. And then Stephanie did her share of makeup also. So the girls really came in clutch.
Yeah, all the makeup and stuff looked amazing.
It was
Yeah.
so sick,
Yeah.
man. It was so cool.
Because sometimes people who are doing their own like zombie makeup, it's like, ooh, like it's not very. But y'all's was really good. Like the contacts were great. Like it all was very like it went together so well. I was
some contacts now. They're
I know.
so cool.
I know.
She does good makeup. I do terrible makeup. Like I'll do mine. I just look like a juggalo. And she'll come back and she's like, no. Scrub that shit off.
No.
You've got your fucking Rambo paint on, like you just.
Like in my head, it's gonna look all fucking sick. But then, I just look like Violent J.
Gonna go play a Pee Wee football game.
So y'all, were you recording like in a storage space or was it a garage or
It was a vinyl wrap. like where they wrap cars and wrap boats. And, yeah. So it was literally the property that we practice on is the only residential property in the area. Well, the only thing that separates the house from the shop is a privacy fence. Mm-hmm. So we were like, where are we going to shoot this thing? And Chris was like, we're going to do it right there. Like, that's where we're going to do it. So we're like, oh, fuck yeah. So we walked around the corner and bam, there it was. And the owner was super cool. He was like, hey, man, we're just happy that y'all are doing this here. Like, we think it's fucking cool. Yeah. And he was like, and y'all get to clean my shit for free. So we swept out that bay and like, oh, yeah, dude, like we had it looking right. So he was like, yeah, man, if you want to come by like every 2 weeks, shoot a video. Like, But so we had to take a lot of stuff down. There was like this, I think it was a tiger rat banner that goes all the way across the room that has like their logo. And it's not like, I mean, we're in your spot. I don't give a shit if your, name and logo is in my video. I don't care.
Yeah.
But you can't read it. But yeah, it was a really big bay, but there was so much stuff in there that we had to we got out what we could, but like the back wall was nothing but toolboxes and ladders and trash cans, and so it kind of condensed everything down a little bit, but we still had more than enough room. And
it was shot good. To me, it didn't look like a bay. It just looked like a club.
Yeah.
But,
and I'm guessing no AC because you were saying how hot it was. So like no AC, all just everybody's body heat and sweat just mingling together.
Well, we had the AC running, but you open those bay doors to let the zombies in and to get reshoots, and you shut them, and then you open them and you shut them. So that heat just rolls. It's like opening your fucking oven door.
Yeah.
So that heat just rolls in, and after half an hour of doing that bitch is ball sack sweaty. Yeah. So there was no getting out of it. It did get a little better whenever the sun went down though.
Yeah.
But it was rad, man. We have to figure out what we're gonna do for the next one though.
Yeah.
That's really the thing. It's like, well, we've done fucking zombies on this one. We can't get like a campfire and an acoustic guitar and a beer on a stool.
You totally could. I think it would be totally fine.
Yeah, maybe if we do that and then like we fake like driving a truck into them or something. I don't know.
Werewolves next.
Yeah, so we'll do werewolves, right?
Yeah. Well, you'd have lots of volunteers for that.
We got time for that?
Yes. This episode is brought to you by Skellington Curiosities. Skellington Curiosities is the only curiosities and oddities shop in Waco, Texas. Full of clothing, lingerie, accessories, oddities, and everyday curiosities. A spooky vibe, 365. Visit us online at skellingtoncuriosities.com.
Boom.
Do it.
Thanks to everyone that went to JordanScreamFernandezHelp.org
What?
and donated for her recovery.
You better give me that money.
Here she is.
No, I was not in recovery. I was not. I was in Montana for my brother's wedding. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, listen, if getting drunk on mountain air is wrong, then I don't want to be right. I did not want to come home. Let me tell you something. When you are up in the mountains and you have zero signal, you don't have to worry about people calling or texting or like any bullshit, and all you can see is mountains and water. You're just like, yep, I'm just gonna stay here forever. Like I don't even care. So
you didn't miss the triple-digit Texas weather?
No, although it was fairly warm in Montana. The only times that it wasn't like that was like early in the morning, and then the farther you went up in the mountains, it did get cooler. But it was 95 degrees there sometimes, so but it was beautiful and I definitely miss it. Oscar kept being like, listen, I'm just gonna be a huckleberry picker and I'm gonna work at the Huckleberry Pie Factory and you can work at the lodge, it'll be great. And I'm like,
fields.
well, okay, so they're the biggest thing that they like, one of the big things that they have there are huckleberries, and they make that out of everything. They have huckleberry beer, huckleberry jam, huckleberry soaps, coffee, whatever you can think of, it's made out of huckleberries. Okay. But they can't domesticate it for whatever reason. People can't just grow it in their backyard, so they have people that like, I guess at a certain time of year will just go out in the woods and just get gallons upon gallons of huckleberries for their season or to make their stuff. And so I was like, well, I mean, if you want to go out and pick huckleberries for the rest of your life, you're welcome to. He was like, I'll just be here in the summer and then I'll come back in the winter months. And I'm like, yeah, that won't be awkward at all.
So what's cracking with the apothecary?
Dude, we got the waxes coming out. Well, the first batch is out. They're ready. I had them at the last market. But we're cranking more of those out. We at the shop, at the salon, we have a lot of we've got a lot of crystals and sages, and we've got a lot of concoctions, and so there's a lot of stuff that I don't bring up here because I don't want, it's all glass and I don't want to fucking break it. Because as soon as I break one, I'll get mad and my whole day's ruined.
Yeah.
So I keep that at the shop. But as always, the soap fiasco has been kicking my ass from day one. I have been wanting to do like awesome soaps, and I keep on screwing it up. I can't get that
quality back fat,
and it's right. Well, it's not that. It's not that I'm screwing up in terms of this is unsellable and unusable, but it's not what I want it to be. And until I get it like literally what I want it to be, because it's perfectly fine. Like it's perfectly, I could sell that, but I'm not going to. So until I really get it dialed into what I want, I'm not gonna fucking bring it up here. And and I've had a couple of batches, and they've sold well, they've done good, but I put a stop to it. I'm not bringing my soaps back until it's like the batch.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, Weston, are you a perfectionist?
Oh, dude, I'm so OCD anal.
I picked that up pretty quickly about you.
Dude, and Stephanie is so, it's whatever. Like, we're good. And I'm like, it's not good. It is not good. That is not. So, yeah. So me and her, man, she's had to mellow me out a lot. So, smoke this, shut up.
So what is y'all's band schedule like for the next couple of months? Are y'all going to be pretty busy, or is there like an off season for you guys? Just kind of.
Well, let's see. We just landed Sam Riggs at Backyard, which that's gonna be a big show. Last time we played with Homeboy, it was sold out, but now there's no COVID restrictions, so you'll be able to
at the moment.
Yeah. Well, hey, knock on fucking wood. But we're expecting it to be a sold out show, which if you've been to the Backyard, it's so it's pretty big. We haven't announced yet, but we've also landed Jason Bolin and the Stragglers and Cody Canada, and I think his band is The Departed. But Cody Canada is the dude that led Cross Canadian Ragweed back in the day, and they're the Bullish Smoke, Oklahoma Smoke their joints all wrong. Yeah. Well, they're Texas music fucking royalty. So the fact that we got able to hop on with them is going to be awesome. So it'll be cool to meet those dudes and bro down.
What are you guys doing for Halloween? Devil's Night.
Well, the Sam Riggs show is October 22nd. Now, Halloween being the following weekend, we don't have anything, but we want to do something though.
You should come play the Halloween ball.
I was about to say.
I didn't know there was a Halloween ball.
We're having a Halloween
dicks.
ball.
Oh my God.
30th.
Yeah, we're taking over Brotherwell Brewing.
Yes.
Oh my God.
We're going to have 2 stages.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You see, all right. There's a dude named Cody Jinks, and he's in the Texas world, but he's big time. He's big boy. Well, he got his start in like old trailer park thrash metal. Well, because of that, he kind of grew into. He put out a country song for fun, and they were like, "Oh my God, your voice is fucking perfect for this." 1 became 2, became a career, and
gotcha.
So yeah, but the dude is always trying to turn people on to Pantera and all that, which is good. It's what we need. Like I want people to go down the middle fucking highway, but he put out a festival called Loud and Heavy Fest, where on stage A, it would be like him and the people like we play with, and on that. But that would be like the loud stage, and on the heavy stage, you would have like I think Seven Dust was there, and like Chevelle was there, and a couple of like metal bands, mostly hard rock bands. So, but it was a big fucking deal because you've got 2 people that don't listen to either of each. Like it's chocolate and peanut butter.
Yeah.
Coming together, and you experience a lot of music, and you get to put your shit out in front of a lot of new people.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I've been wanting to do Louder and fucking Heavier Fest, where we get some good old like grindcore bands and deathcore bands, and and then like us and people that want to be on that, and I want to put something together that's literally like split right down the fucking middle, to where you've got one and the other, just because you might listen to a band on either side of the fence, metal or you know, or whatever, and be like, this fucking sucks. But you see that band live and they blow you the fuck away, you know? And so I think it'd be an awesome opportunity to expose everybody to one another and, you know, kind of blend the scenes a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I think a high tide raises all ships. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, fuck, you know, having the scene being over here and then the scene being over here. Like, if it just becomes like one, like, Waco-esque music scene, period, and you just put the fucking blanket on top, everybody fucking wins.
Yeah.
Because even if, you know, somebody like us, you know, there's people like, yo, I think your music fucking sucks, a bag full of dicks, but you're cool. So I'll come kick it and have a beer with you. It's fun. Cool. Come on. You know, and just kidding, this never happened. But we've been like, yo, you know, we liked what y'all did when y'all were a metal band, but this isn't my cup of tea. But I've known you, I like you. So yeah, dude, fuck it. Give me a shirt, you know? Well, that shit spreads like fire, man. Like, you get people, you know, shirt swapping and EP swapping and sticker slapping each other shit up, and, you know, like, and it grows. And so, yeah, that's my dream. That's
that would
my
be
goal.
pretty awesome.
Yes.
Waco used to have a pretty big music scene, and then like once Art Ambush closed down, and once like all of these bands started going to like Austin and Dallas, like the music scene here just really like disappeared. And so now it's building up. So it's funny because you have like the hip hop scene is like exploding right now in Waco, and I'm just like, I'm waiting. I'm like, come on, rock and heavy metal, come on.
We like rock and metal gets so clicky is the problem.
Oh yeah,
dude.
And I've seen, because when we were in San Jose, I tried my hardest with this thing called Dead Royalty Records, where I grabbed all the best scene bands, and we were all playing shows. Because in Southern California at the same time, 18 Visions, Throwdown, you know, fucking Atreyu, they only supported each other. There was 10 bands. They always only played with each other. Every time one would get a bigger gig, they'd bring everybody else with them. And I watched that whole scene in Orange County just explode. And we tried everything we could in San Jose, but then it was like you had like the Hoods in Sacramento. You had like all these. They're like, we don't play with the sweepy bands. You know. Then you had the brocore bands. You know, like First Blood and stuff. They didn't want to play with fucking anybody that was kind of punkish or any of the goth kid metal guys. And it's just like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? Like, let's just do it.
and how many of them are still in bands right now? Probably not many. I'm sure a
Hoods
few
and
of them
First
are,
Blood,
but well, it's just it's dumb because you're putting yourself in a box that you'll never get out of.
Yeah.
Because saying, oh well, I'll never play with a sweepy band. Like,
What's a sweepy band?
Born of Osiris, Rings of Saturn, something really proggy, a lot of sweeping, a lot of two-hand tapping.
I
Protest the
see,
Hero.
I see.
Yes.
I thought somebody had like a speech impediment, not sleepy, but sweepy.
No, there's like little terms, like a two-step band. You know, it's a lot of like da 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 da.
I see.
You know,
I see.
There's little
Okay.
stupid words for that describes a whole fucking genre of music.
Okay, that makes sense.
What metal are you into these days? Have you found anybody new?
I'm fucking.
Are you OG or did you find any new bands?
I don't know. I mean, I listen to everything all the time. Like, I'm always hoping for like something new that would like, you know, like
Caught him
Code
singing
Orange and
Mariah
stuff.
Carey
Get
yesterday.
into, and you know, like nothing really like gets me that excited, you know, anymore for like certain things. Every once in a while, but. You know, I'm still hopeful. I still have like a network of my friends that are like, hey, check out fucking like Cumfucker or whatever. They're out of New Jersey, and I'll listen to them, and it's like, you know, everything is always like, oh, this band sounds like Old Poison the Well, or this band sounds like, you know, I'm like, but there's nobody really like that gives me that first time you heard like Vulgar Display of Power, or like, you know, like Raining Blood or fucking. You know, anything, even like Decapitation, Spears of Madness, like I haven't heard the songs that just like you're like, holy shit, makes you want to like fucking break something.
I think the newest music that you've been listening to that on repeat is Pokey LaForge.
Yeah, well, I respected the uniqueness of it.
Who?
Pokey LaForge.
He has
He's
some
not
good
metal
videos,
at all.
too.
Wait, have you shown me his stuff? Like, it's kind of like
Probably, I think you have.
There's a song called "Fuck Me Up," and he's just this little skinny rockabilly guy.
That's what I was gonna say.
And he's
Rockabilly.
dressed up like the devil in his video.
Kind of like Harley Poe, if you've ever heard of Harley Poe.
Even the vocal effects they put on him makes it sound like it's like just a clean 30s like rockabilly
Yeah.
song.
That's cool.
But I respect anything that's like unique in its in this day of age. I hate mumble rap so fucking much. And I hate that's like I watch all these because I also like ever since MTV died, like I always try to like keep in the know of stuff even that I don't like. So like when I'm working, like I'll listen to like The Breakfast Club, which is like a hip hop like show, just so I can fucking try to comprehend like what's happening. And they have these rappers and shit on there sometimes, and then I'll look it up and I'll say, okay, so this guy sold 5 million records or 5 million singles on iTunes. Yeah, I'm like, so he's multi-millionaire, fucking all kinds of shit. And I'll look his fucking music up and I'm like, I don't fucking get it. I don't get. It's not even like a unique beat. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like this shit is like Casio shit, and then they're just like, "Oh motherfucker, I got my monster, I got my girl, she got red hair, I was a fucking yeah." You know?
There you go, boom.
What? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? You know? And I respect like what's his fucking name?
None of them.
Listen to him Young Gravy. Cause he's funny. Like
Young Gravy.
Yeah.
But there's some thought into it at least. You know what I mean?
See, I recently, my friend introduced me, and obviously he's not new, but introduced me to Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, I love him.
He's one of those people that, like, he has such a unique sound. Like, his Igor album is fucking phenomenal. Mostly because it's centered around a theme, but it's also, like, he's got different, like, music styles and different, like, themes with his songs. And he's just recently come out with a new album, and, like, the more I listen to it, I'm like, fuck yes. Yeah. This is what I like, because it's not.
I mean, I listen to it. It's still not my cup of tea. Yeah. But like, I used to hate Post Malone when he first came out.
Oh,
then I watched him. He changed my mind, because then I watched him do the Nirvana tribute.
Oh, it fucking slaughtered it.
And I was like, holy shit, this dude can actually fucking play, and he's just not like a cock. You know what I mean? And like because all these dudes use like it's producers writing, it's songwriters and producers basically putting these songs together, and they're just the faces.
Yeah, absolutely.
These things.
Yeah.
And that guy actually creates his shit. He bought like some fucking house out in Utah or some shit. And he has a studio there, and he makes all his shit. And I'm like, okay, I can respect that guy.
And he's from Dallas. He's from Fort Worth.
Yeah, he's a big.
Yeah, he tried out to play guitar for Crown the Empire, and they told him to get fucked. And then it wasn't 3 months later, he wrote White Iverson and put it on SoundCloud. Went to bed and woke up a millionaire.
Yeah.
So to speak. He was literally like, that's what happened. He's like, I put it on SoundCloud, I went to bed, I woke up, my phone had like malfunctioned because it had the alerts had like cooked the fucking chip in it.
Yeah.
Like it went so fucking viral instantly.
That's the way to go. That's how Billie Eilish was discovered, was with SoundCloud. Like if you have a good enough song and you put it on there, like, I mean, there's just
her brother is the genius behind that.
Yeah, Phineas is amazing.
Yeah. Which people that bag on her, man, I'm like, hold on.
She's a child, first of all.
Well, I don't give a fuck about that. Fuck them kids. But she's really good, you know, really like. Good. But man, Alexi, I've been turning Alexi on to music because she's at that age now.
Yeah.
So I let her listen to the Iowa album by Slipknot, and then I gave her my old People Equal Shit shirt, and she'll like wear it around the house, and she'll be like, "Hey, Dad." She'll like turn around like, to be 12 years old and edgy again, you know. Yeah. But that, and I turned her on to Tosh Sultana. If you guys have any idea who that is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. She's Australian, and she used to be a homeless heroin junkie, and she got her shit together. And she's a one-woman band. So she can fucking murder a guitar, like murder it. But her whole show is built on a looper pedal. So she'll lay down a rhythm, then re-record a part over that. And so she stacks all of her musics. And then by the end of it, you know, she'll hit the fucking like the SPDSX and like the drum pad and the octapad, and she'll start like putting down like these fucking awesome beats over it. And she's got this vocal harmony pedal to where when she kicks it on, it like quadruples her voice at different octaves.
Oh,
so
yeah.
she self-harmonizes through this pedal, and dude, her music is fucking insane.
That sounds a lot like.
And yeah. But the only real metal band, I guess, because I say that for a reason, that I've really been into lately is there's a thrash band called I believe it's Lost Society, and you ought to check them out, dude. They're pretty gnarly, dude. They're kind of, I would say they're kind of in the same vein as y'all, but they're a little more they're a little more kind of guitar riff oriented in terms of like something like you would hear like Old Bullet do, you know, or maybe a little bit of Protest in there, you know, because their guitar work is fucking phenomenal. Yeah. So if you're a fan of that, dude, yeah, check them out. I think you'll like them. Definitely. But everything else sucks.
I keep getting people that want to go play shows, but nobody can play like my heavier stuff, like on the drums. Like in this like area, I can't find a good drummer, and like all the ones that can do it all are in like 20 projects and nothing ever lines up. You know?
And fuck all that, dude. Getting the right people behind you that believe in it and are down, like that is literally 80% of the fucking game. Because if you got people that are down for the fucking ride and are willing to call in from work to make a show or whatever, then you can come together and blend and write good music, you know.
Yeah, I jammed with this one drummer for a while. He's actually pretty known. I'm not gonna shit on him or nothing, but he basically just like, you know, we just do blast beats of drums, you know, like for Screaming at You, one of our songs. He would just basically cut it in half. You know? And then like I'm just like, it's not the same, man.
You gotta fucking have it,
you know.
So if I come to the show on the 22nd, which is my birthday, will y'all sing Happy Birthday?
Fuck yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. You come to the show, yeah. Fuck.
Calendar.
We'll feed you, get you drunk, do whatever. I don't care. But man, that's one fucking thing though that I will say in terms of stepping from like the metal world to this world is the hospitality in this world for the bands and the people on the list that, you know, the bands bring, you know, that like, for example, like if y'all want to roll up, you know, I'd put you on the list, and then the hospitality that they get is so out of this fucking world. Like, oh, y'all want shots? Cool. Okay. Here you go. Let me know. Like they treat people on the list just as good as the fucking bands, you know, we used to play this place out in San Angelo, and we haven't been there in a while. They changed management, and we were loyal to them and fuck the new people. But, every time we'd get there, there'd be just trays of shots waiting for us.
Nice.
And it's like, bro, we're trying to load in gear. And they're like, nah, fuck that gear. Come here. So, you know, we're half fucking wasted before we even go on. And they had an awesome bistro in the back. So they'd all this fucking steak, pizza, and like, dude, it was insane.
They don't even pay you if you're in a metal band.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, bro, we drove to Louisiana. I think it was Shreveport to play this place called the Tiki Club or Tiki Bar.
Shout out,
shout out if you're still around. Well, we get there, and they have like a family taco box, and we're like, no, that's cool. You know, I was like, I'm not a big taco guy, but I guess it's better than nothing. Yeah. And he goes, no, this is what our bands play for. Like, this is it. Like, like, motherfucker, you're gonna pay me in tacos. No. And he was literally like, yeah. And then walked the fuck off. Like, dude, I really thought, I was like, he's gonna turn back around or smile or wink at me, do something fucking weird. You're like, nah, dude.
No.
And then he left.
He comes back, grabs the taco.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times that people are like, oh, actually, here's the story. There's a guy, shout out to Mike Petrus. He was playing, God, what's that college by Stockton? Stockton University?
I don't know.
Oh, I think it's Stockton University.
Why do we ask you anything?
They had some big frat house, right? And
yeah.
The frat house had a stage on the second floor, and they used to throw big shows in there. And this motherfucker calls me. He's a close friend of mine, and he goes, I want to have your band come out and play the show. And I was like, dude, like, I don't want to drive all the way to Stockton because it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I was like, if, you know, for no gas money, no fucking anything, you know, just to, you know, because they're notorious for keeping all the door and not doing anything. He's like, no, I got you. Fucking, I'll pay your gas. I'll give you guys $200 at least. This and that, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, man. So we fucking, and then our van was broken. We had a shitty plumber van, so we had to rent a U-Haul. And I called him too. I was like, you better not fuck me, dude, because I'm spending like $70 on this U-Haul.
Right.
Yeah.
So then we drive out there. We play the show. The show had tons of fucking, not really our crowd, but it was a full fucking crowd of frat
people
boys,
are people, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
End of the show, I saw the fucking stack of fucking money that they had at the thing, right? That dude disappears, right? I find Mike. I'm like, hey, man, where's our money? You know? And he goes, here's the thing. Like, we have to pay, a fee to the school for hosting an event, and like after all said and done with like the liquor that was bought, like, well, you know, I'll have to get you next time.
No.
And, I straight up pulled the most gangster move I've ever done before.
Oh,
I said,
God.
okay, cool. I walked over. You see that like Mackie? It was
Yeah.
similar to that.
Yeah.
I just grabbed their soundboard and I said, okay, pay me and you can have this back. And we went and got into the U-Haul. We went fucking home. I had that mixer until we left Livermore.
Yeah. Wow.
That is fucking thug. Fuck yeah.
It's about the principle.
Right.
It's the principle of the thing.
Well, I thought I was going to go to jail a couple months back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about this.
Did you hear about that? Yeah. I didn't say it on the last podcast, did I?
I don't think so.
It hadn't
You
happened
drop
yet.
kicked the dude in the face.
Yeah. Yeah. Where did I even tell y'all that at?
I talked to you online, I think, about it.
That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, well, dude, I'm literally, the set's going on, and I'm texting Stephanie because, you know, her old hood rat ass. She knew. I said, all right, your boy might be going to jail here in a whole minute. I was like, I'm literally just waiting for him to come get me. And of course, you know, and then like I had to play, so I put my phone down and I come back and it's, what the fuck? What did you do? Well, we play this, we play a benefit for a blind kid. Of all places for shit to go sideways. A benefit for a blind kid. And, oh man. And online, we knew something was kind of up because a group of these people were sharing our post and like tagging the band, you know, and like getting the word out. And we were like chiming in like, oh, dude, thanks for the share, man. Hope to see y'all there. Let's have a good time. And this one fucking chucklehead, ain't about the band, bro. We're just here for the party. And I was like, all right, well, remember this, dude. Well, we get there and they're the first ones there. So, and dude, and like the way that whenever, you know, sometimes like you'll read something online and you can imagine what their voice sounds like. And then I had the opportunity to actually meet one of these people and I was spot fucking on. This dude had his little old fisherman shirt with a little back flap, the air vent, you know what I'm talking about? Had his little fucking penny loafers on. And I was like, oh yeah, you ain't gonna motherfucking make it tonight, dude. Well, we get to play in and it's a really weird night because we're a louder band. And so the crowd wouldn't leave, they wouldn't boo, but they wouldn't cheer, and they wouldn't party. So they were just this neutral, but they would open-eyed, open-mouthed, just so, you know, and so whenever we have our ears in, we can't hear anything. So occasionally I'll pop one out and I'm like, okay, how's the crowd reacting? And if I hear like, whoa, fuck yeah, I'm like, all right, cool, we're doing all right. But if it's fucking crickets, I'm like, ruh-roh. So anyways, so this goes on and, you know, we're in the little top back mic and we're like, this is fucking weird, bro. And then there's a blonde kid walking around and everybody just kind of parts the sea like Moses and lets him kind of wander where he chooses to go. And I'm like, this kid's about to bust his fucking ass like Mr. Magoo. And anyway, we get to this point of the set where normally we kind of run out into the crowd. You kind of act fucking wild. Well, you know those big giant wooden spools?
Yeah.
Like they run like that. The city will run like cable on. And anyway, they had one of those flipped over and it was a table. Well, they were doing like beer pong and shots off of it and all that. Well, I ran over there and I'm playing and I climbed up on there and I started doing a fucking solo. And then the dude that said that online took his like in his aluminum Coors Light and just fucking souses me with it. Now I can handle being wet with
your fucking guitar, and everything.
bro. And I mean in the initial stream, right on my electronics, right on my toggle switch, right on my pickups,
no.
you know, like, and it hits and it splashes out. So it goes up my neck, my hands slip off the fucking neck and I wonk a note. And, you know, and I was like, initially I was so stunned of how do I react to this? At first I didn't know what to do. Well, you know, I'm looking at him and I'm like, don't touch my motherfucker. Well, anyway, you know, but I'm trying to play too. So I'm like, motherfucker, fucking quit. You know? So, well, anyway, you know.
Sweeping.
So, you know, so him and all his friends are all like, yeah, fuck this dude. And I'm not one to be punked by fucking anybody. Like, no, dude, shoot me. Like, it's not happening. Well, I'm standing here in my mind just going, what do I fucking do? Because he's in front of all his people. I'm getting giggled at by probably 75 fucking people right now, looking a grade A clown. Well, Management runs out and they fucking grab this dude and she's all screaming in his ear and he's kind of like, whatever, okay, I'm sorry. And he like slaps his hand. Well, she walks off and he looks at me and he mouths, fuck you. And he took the rest of the beer and flung it. And whenever he did that, because I was already playing with my feet back and like my power stance. Yeah. So whenever I felt that final little bubble hit me in the lip, that was it, dude. I Sparta kicked this motherfucker like right in that little soft meat right there under his jaw, dude. And I kicked this motherfucker with every ounce of power that I had and literally backflipped him out of the stool. And that was it. Done. Like, it was obvious. His beer bottles fell. Well, anyways, so then I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin screaming at him, still playing, and the band has no idea. So goofy ass Cody's up there like, you know, fucking singing, and I'm down here, you know, causing a ruckus. Well, at that point, I was like, okay, here's what's about to happen. Either A, I'm going to be a hero carried through the streets on these people's shoulders, or I'm going to get ripped off this stool and I'm going to get stabbed. Well, anyway, I'm like, okay, well, I better get the fuck out of here. So I jump down and I run back up on stage, and that's whenever I get my phone and I'm like, Stephanie, I think I killed a man. So dude, this dude went down. He did not get up because he was a tall ass bar stool. Yeah. And, you know, and his head was right here at my feet. So it was easy. Yeah. Well, anyway, the blind kid's dad saw what happened, rounded up like 6 of the biggest dudes in there. They drug him out to the parking lot and proceeded to beat the dude damn near to death. So the blind kid's dad came over to me and we're playing and I had to pop my ears on. And he's like, come here. And he's like, oh, that. He's like, that old cocksucker, fuck that motherfucker. He goes, I just had the boys take him out back and we worked that motherfucker over real good. You ain't got to worry about him. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I didn't go to jail, but.
Fun times.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting towards the midnight hour. You want to do some shout outs?
Yes. Okay, so first one is there is a drag show that is happening at Rogue Media Network on August 27th. They're selling tickets right now. Will probably get sold out very quickly. So be sure to get your tickets. Doors open at 7:30. Show is at 8. Yours truly will be playing. And then I have a play that I'm going to be in on September 7th, again at Rogue Media. It's at 7:00. It's a very interesting type of we'll be reading the scripts on stage while also like acting it out. So it's a little more stripped down to where it's not just like a full production. So it's going to be pretty cool. I'm very excited about that. I haven't done theater in many, many years, so I'm excited / very nervous. But yeah, so September 7th for that one as well. So shout out to Wild Imaginings for giving me a chance with that. I'm super stoked to do more stuff with them.
Nice. Woo! Shout out to everybody that came to our trivia night. That shit got sold out. That was fun.
We'll do it again. Right?
Yeah, for sure. And then we got Skellington Market. We got the fucking Halloween ball. A million other fucking things we're doing. I have a book coming out that I'm almost ready to launch.
Nice.
Yeah,
what?
It's the whole book. It's a 100-page book of my art. It's called Off With Their Heads.
Nice.
Cool.
Fuck
yeah. And all kinds of fun shit in there.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
What about you, love?
Well, God, your stuff is so exciting. Now I feel pressured. What's exciting? So same old for me. I'm just going to shout out to you because you bought me the cutest little bench.
It is very cute.
I saw the bench.
It is very cute.
Saw the bench.
I love it. It's like black and it has cheetah print on it and I fucking love it. Thank you.
So cute.
What about you, man?
All right. Let's see. I'm going to shout out my shows that I've got coming up. If I can get bands in town to pull it up. So edit.
Shout out to Benz in town.
Edit. Oh my God. I'm on the spot now. Right, you sons of bitches.
Shout out to his girl, Stephanie. She's the only one I know that makes John Redcorn memes.
Yes. All right. You know what? The damn app just crashed. Okay, all right. October 22nd, we have Backyard Waco with Sam Riggs.
They might be at the Halloween ball.
Yes. For real, dude. Get at me. Let's set it up. Let's do it. Yeah. For real, man. Yes. Hell yeah.
Z0 and Rewound, I believe, are going to play too.
Nice. So. Hell yeah. That'll be a cool night. So let's set the ball up. Let's see. We got Jason Ball in Coney, Canada coming up. We have a benefit in, I believe, Fairfield for a fallen officer. October 2nd. We have Empty Glass coming up in 2 weeks. We have the studio coming up in 3 weeks, so we have to write a new song. Let's see. And some others. Yeah. Just fucking go online and it's not hard. Why are you making me do all the work? Like go to Bands in Town, search our name, and just go look at our shows. It's not fucking hard. Anyways, yeah. Thank you guys for having me so much though, for real, man.
Of course.
Love it. Love coming out.
Till next time.
Bye.
Hell yeah.